It's Talk to Be Baby. Gege. Yo. Hello everyone. It's another beautiful day. It's another exciting episode of Talk to Be. Yes, you have come to the citadel of learning. It's another time to learn something from somebody. You know, we keep learning from strangers on this show. My name is Dr. Adebayo Akinride. If you have not been watching Talk to Be, you have missed a lot. You have. But you know what? Don't worry, because you can always scroll down to see all other episodes that you have missed, because you're going to learn from it. If you want us to help you advertise your product, it's a good platform to do so. Don't worry, you won't pay too much, even though you're going to pay. Trust me, you'll pay. You shall pay. So you can come, let's help you advertise your product. I have my guest in the house, somebody with a very unique story. It's sad, yeah, but at the same time, you are going to learn something from it. Please note that all opinion and views expressed on this show is strictly that of my guest and does not have anything to do with me or the show. Please note, it's strictly that of my guest. It's not my opinion. It's not the opinion of Talk to Be. Before I introduce my guest, let me quickly go for a break. When I'm back, I'll unveil my guest. So, don't go away.
Talk to Be. Share your experience.
Thank you for staying tuned. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Talk to Be. It's Talk to Be, baby. Yes, and of course, like I said earlier, that I have my guest in the house. So join me as I welcome my guest. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So good to have you here.
Thank you, ma'am.
So let's get to meet you. Your name, you necessarily do not have to mention your real name or the name that people know. So just give us a name that we can identify you with.
Okay, you can call me Hi JK.
IJK.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good. All right, so please go straight to your story, since we are not saying revealing your identity.
I happen to be born into a family of three and was the last born. And as I heard the story, my father and my mother departed when I was 3 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually happened to be staying with my mom.
Okay, your mom.
Yes.
Okay.
So things were going smooth until when I was 9.
Okay.
She remarried to someone else.
Okay.
And since when she remarried, she stopped taking care of the children and started taking care of the husband's children. Yeah, so as for me, I got into JSS1 at that age. And I could say
At what age?
9 years old.
Just one.
Yes.
Okay.
The only time my mom came to my school was just once when I got admitted into the school.
Okay. Okay.
And after that, she will always have excuse of that. I'm going to work, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You cannot tell me since last month that you guys are having open day or all those things. And another thing is, my school is very far. If you know Ibadan very well, from Orita Challenge to Malete, she will tell me that so far one conductor be won pe daddy e just say kin joko sórí engine. Like, she won't give me transport fare. And I'll have to trek to school in the morning and come back home inside sun in the afternoon.
Trekking.
Yes. So I've been enduring that till when I was 14. I happened to start having sex for money.
You started having sex for money.
Yes.
At what age?
14 years old.
14.
Yes. Yes, 14 years old. And the way it started, there is this one of my friends. She's an Igbo girl. I think she's someone that I've seen the world that's over her age. So there was a day she talked to me like, the way your mom is treating you is not good. You can run away from mom. Then I was like, where should I run to? Even if I run to my dad, he will send me back, because my father does not even send us. He doesn't care about us. Then she said she has somewhere she can go to, that she had a boyfriend. at Iwerele, Shaki side.
Okay. Shaki
So,
or your state?
yeah. We
Okay.
planned to move one day, and when we left home, I followed her. We trekked to Idiarere. There, she said there is someone there that will give us transport fare. When we got there, we happened to get into a room that there were like about 8 or 9 guys. And she said we are going to spend the night here till the next day we are going to move. That those people are going to give us transport fare. So we spent the night there that day. In the midnight, I started feeling someone touching me. I was like, what's going on? I woke up and I saw 2 guys on my friend.
On your friend?
Yes, they're
2
having
guys.
sex with her. Then the guy that was touching me, I said, no, I'm not going to agree. As at then, I was still a virgin and I couldn't agree to do that. I don't even have the heart to do it. Then in the morning, I spoke to my friend and she was like, that was what we are going to do, that they are going to give us money for. I was like, wow.
Give you money for what?
For the sex.
Okay, that they were going to pay you.
Yes. So
Okay.
they actually had sex with her wholly and gave her money, but they didn't give me money. So the money was not enough. Then we moved. We went to Songo. We got there at night because we trekked there. Then we saw 2 policemen. Then the policemen stopped us. At first I was scared that these people are going to send us back home, but it was a lie. They spoke to my friend and my friend asked me to follow them. We both followed them into a bush. One picked me, the other picked her. And the one raised me up and wanted to have sex with me. Then he was frustrated and angry that, why don't you tell me you're a virgin? This is rubbish, blah, 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 blah. He dropped me, left and got angry. I have to go back to the road. He gave me 500.
You mean they met you on the road?
Yes, they were standing at police station at Songo in the Ibadan, in front of the police station. They saw us. It was around 9 or 10 at night. And they spoke to that, my friend, and we followed them into the bush.
Okay, so those people assumed you were just
I don't
you
know
were
whatever they think, but
Okay.
because I've not been in that kind of situation before. But they saw us and they spoke to my friend and we followed them into a bush. So the man gave me 500. They were in uniform. They were police. The man gave me 500 and the other guy that I don't know, maybe has his way to with my friend, he gave her 1.5. So with that, we had enough to take transport. So Iwerele. So when we got to Iwerele there, it was a long journey. We also entered another bush.
so you had to sleep with people to get money for transportation to
travel
where
there.
you were running to.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So when we got there, we later went to our boyfriend is a hunter. So he doesn't stay inside the main city. He stayed in the house, in a hut inside the bush. Yes. So they came to pick us up and we went inside the bush and stayed there. And that was where they taught me how to smoke. Or call me mashi jai, we mashi dry. And they told me that anytime I smoke, I'm going to forget about everything. Then it goes like that. Then I started thinking.
So you started smoking weed
Yes,
at that age.
at that age, yes.
What age again?
14, ma.
14.
Yes, ma. So then I started thinking about my school. Now, won't I go back to school? I'm not going to be here forever. Then
What class were you then?
I was in SS1, going to SS2 then.
Okay.
So then I think I'll have to go back to school. Then there is this one couple that liked me in school that he used to come to our place and he used to put me through.
How long did you stay there?
Not really long. I stayed there for like 2 months.
Okay.
So I called the couple one day and told him I want to come back home. Unknowingly to me, that my mom has accused that couple of that I'm in his place. And even him have been finding way to look for me. So the couple told me that I should be coming home. That I shouldn't worry. I should be coming home. That he's going to let me stay with him. But later I rethink again that if I go home, they'll find me in Ibadan. Then I called one guy in Abeokuta. That guy, when he comes to Ibadan to work, he used to ask me out, but I used to say no because I'm trying to avoid guys. Then I called him, was like, no problem, I can come to his place. I went to his place in Abeokuta, and that night, He didn't sleep at home. Then the next day he came home with a girl and asked me to stay in his neighbor's place. I stayed in his neighbor's place. The neighbors wanted to have his way with me. Yes, he actually tried, but he saw that I'm a virgin and he have to stop. Like he wanted to enter, he forced himself, but he
So
didn't enter.
where you learned how to smoke igbo, that place, nobody touched you?
Nobody.
You didn't have sex
I didn't have
with
sex with
anybody?
anyone.
Okay.
Nobody. So the next day I told the guy that I'm not feeling comfortable in his neighbor place, that I have to go there. And he said no problem. Then he took me that he wants to take me to the park, but he actually took me to an uncompleted building. I was like, what are we doing here? He said I shouldn't worry. He needs to show me something. We entered the uncompleted building and he wanted to rape me. Like he also tried to enter too, but it was hard. He couldn't. When he tried and he couldn't, then he has to, I think he heard some footsteps and that some people were coming and he has to say, okay, let us go. So I called the couple and let him know that I'll be coming back to Ibadan. And he said, okay, I should come over. Then when I got to Ibadan, he took me to an eatery to eat and he went outside to make a call.
Okay.
I don't know, he went to call my mom and my brother. So few minutes later, I saw him with my mom and my brother and I was feeling like, because I didn't expect what is happening. I went outside to meet them and she was like, Anjalatra Ekabo Bawolong. And she said, she will be my way, me anyway. You know, I'm what will be to buy your son. Me only more on your son. Yes.
She said what?
Yes. When you know how much will be to buy your son. Me only more on your son. Yes. She said it. Because she used to say I came to this life to kill her.
Why?
Thank you. The reason why was that my dad used to beat her. According to the story I heard, that dad mi mani kon kunle, kon kawo won mejeji soke, kon deju. So my dad will give our firstborn cane that if your mother drop her hand or open her eyes, you should beat her. Yes.
Your dad?
Yes. So if my brother did not beat my mom when she opened her eye or she dropped her hand, my dad is going to beat my brother.
Your brother.
So she has been planning to leave my dad before she got pregnant of me. But unfortunately, she got pregnant. And even when she wants to give birth to me, she said my head has been outside for like 3 days. My body did not come out. And she was like that. For 3 days, my head was outside, but my body did not come out. The 3rd day, my body came out. So I don't know, maybe that was the reason why she ate me. What she always says is that she ate me. Like she always say it to my face. And sometimes, she's a nurse though. Sometimes, I'm also for me,
Your mom?
Yes, my mom. That at a point, people used to call me and ask me that, and I'll be like, I don't know any other mother. Yes. So that very day, I followed her home, but unfortunately, she has left the house we were staying there. They have left, like, she wasn't able to pay the rent, and they moved to church.
Okay.
And the church we were staying that time, window, is just one building, an uncompleted building that the church rents.
Okay.
That they were using. So ibeni oberesini soon. Then that time, any simple mistake, even without mistake, even in the morning, èpè ni mo máa fi ń jí, olórí burúkú ọmọ, olòṣì ọmọ, ọmọ tó yẹ kó máa rìn dànù láyé ni, ọmọ tí ò ní ṣoríire. Sometimes I'll be like, what did I do this time around again? She won't have anything to say. She will just started cursing. And when I wake up, she will be like, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Lọ múra school, lọ ṣe kinní kan, lọ ṣe gbá, lọ ṣàwo. I was like, this thing is getting more worse. At least tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn èpè yẹn ó sì máa ń reduce. But nísìnyí ó ti wá di èpè. Nígbà tó yá wọ́n tún wá upgrade sí wàá lówó láyé, wàá lọ́lá, wàá jẹ́yàn. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n máa gbé ẹ síta tó máa nù ẹ́ ni.
Your mom?
Yes.
Please say that again.
Wàá lówó lọ́wọ́, wàá lọ́lá, wàá jẹ́yàn. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa gbé ẹ síta tó máa nù ẹ́ ni.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you ever lay your hands on your mom?
No. No.
But why does she say
Ta
that?
ló tó
though?
gbóná wojú ẹkùn? My mom is a very strict person. So who will even try to do that thing? But she is always full with curses. Always full with curses. And then when I was around 12, with the way she treats me, I actually went to one hairdresser shop. I went to meet that woman that, ẹjọ́ má mo fẹ́ máa kọ́ṣẹ́. The woman was like, I'm still young. Then I used to go there every day. I insist pé mo fẹ́ máa kọ́ṣẹ́ because I just want to be leaving the house.
That was before
Before
the church.
Yes, before I ran away from home. Then the woman asked me to bring my mom. Then I told her. She followed me there and talked to my boss, and that was when I started going to work. Started learning work when I was straight. As at that time, I had peace of mind a little because mi ò ṣáà kí n sí nílé. But tí n bá tún dé lálẹ́ náà, wàhálà náà ni. But those times are still minimal. It's just some small calls and everything that maybe single mistake. But when I came back from that Iwerele, it was very worse. Way worse. Anything, anything. My mom doesn't know pé kéèyàn fi ìfẹ́ bọ́mọ wí àbí mo pe ọmọ jókòó mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. No. Èpè ni àbí kán ju bí ọ̀bẹ mú ẹ.
Hey.
Yes, bí ọmọ orogun. Bí kán mú ẹ kán fi blade yẹ lábẹ́ kán fi ata sí.
Jesus.
Yes, that's what she does. Yes. Ọmọ fi blade yẹ lábẹ́ wọn fata sí. And anytime she wants to beat you, she will not beat you in the afternoon. It is midnight that you are sleeping. Kan máa dédé gbọ́ tàbí kan lọ wáyà àwọn tí kwaya bí mẹ́rin kan lọ papọ̀ àbí kan rẹ kòbókò sínú drum. Nǹkan tó máa fi ń náyàn nìyẹn. Then that time I came back, I was not feeling comfortable every day with those courses. Then I feel like I need to do something. Then I started having sex. Yes, the first guy I had sex with, Omo Igbo kan báyìí, he will give me money when he has sex with me. Just èló náà ni 100 naira. So when he gives me money, that's what I will use to school. The next day, buying 20 naira ni moto. He will give me the money, then I will use it to school. And maybe some few times later, I met another lady in his house and I was angry. I stopped going to him, then I moved to another guy. Eléyìí.
You were in school?
Yes, in secondary school, I was 14.
Okay.
So this one was one guy around, he's not in our street, he's another street. But this is the person that turned me to sex addicts. Like, he will have sex with me on the roadside, in an uncompleted building, even inside church.
Inside church?
Yes. And he have sex with me every day. Every day in the night. Tó bá ti ń bọ̀ láti ibi iṣẹ́ báyìí, tèmi náà bá ti close láti ibi iṣẹ́, we must meet and we must meet and he will have sex with me.
Where?
Anywhere. At the junction, in an
Where was your
uncompleted.
mom?
My mom, does she care?
Was the guy living in the church as well?
He's living at the back of the church.
At the back of the
Not
church.
our church, their own church.
Okay, another
yes,
church.
their
Okay.
own church.
Okay.
So the guy will have sex with me and give me sometimes 100 naira, sometimes 200. He had sex with me every day. And it got to a time that I got pregnant. And I did not know. But there used to be this one woman, ìyá arúgbó kan báyìí, wọ́n máa ń tọrọ owó. Ìyá yẹn wá rí mi lọ́jọ́ kan, wá pè mí pé wá, o ti lóyún? Mo ní mi ì lóyún mọ́ mi. Wọ́n ló ti lóyún. Mo ní mi ì lóyún. So I got to that guy's place and I told him that ọgbọ́n kan tí ìyá Làkẹ́ sọ ni, ìyá Làkẹ́ ní mo ti lóyún. And he was like, o ti lóyún kẹ̀? I don't know anything about PT or something. Then he went to pick it. Ó ní kí n tọ̀, and he did test and was like, o ti lóyún lóòótọ́, má worry. He just went outside and he came back with a juice and gave it to me. Mo mu juice yẹn, ó ní kí n tètè máa lọlé. Ìgbà tí mo lọlé, mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bleed. I thought it was my period. Then I was bleeding and bleeding for like 2 weeks. It got worse and I couldn't sit or sleep or anything. And my mom noticed and she was like, o ti lọ ṣẹ́yún, onírànú ọmọ oníṣekúṣe. Mi ì ṣẹ́yún, mi ì lóyún, mi ì ṣẹ́yún. She insisted that I have aborted pregnancy and she was like, ta ló lóyún inú ẹ̀? Mo ní Dayọ̀ ni. I'll mention his name. Oni Dayo. Then she asked me to call him. I called him and he came over and he was like, no, èmi kàn sọ fún òun pé òun èmi lóyún ni pé èmi ní kóun mówó wá èmi mọ bí tí mo ti máa ń ṣẹ́yún.
He lied against
He
you.
lied, and that was what I've never done in my life before. I've never done it. Then he dropped money and my mom called someone, they did evacuation for me, and I left the guy and jumped to another guy. So the other guy I jumped to, his name is Kenny. He was a good guy. He told me he's not going to have sex with me, but he used to give me money. He will come to my school for PTA meeting. He will come for open day. He will pay anything, any money I need to pay in school. He will give me money for food. Tí n bá kúrò níbi iṣẹ́ nírọ̀lẹ́, màá lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀bù títẹ̀. He's a tailor, and he started teaching me how to sew and cut clothes. Then, as time goes on, his dad called him and I was like, he prayed to God and God said, we are not compatible. Then Ken told me that at this point we need to depart because ó jẹ́ nìkan tó bẹ̀rù àwọn òbí ẹ̀ kò fẹ́ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. It was like, we need to depart. I was like, why should we depart? We are not even planning to get married now.
How old was Kenny? How old were you?
Kenny was like 24.
And you at that
I was
time?
like 15.
At that time?
I was going to 15.
Tí ló ń ṣe yẹ̀mí wò.
So his dad called him. The dad is a pastor.
Okay.
So the dad just called him. I don't know, maybe he asked or not, but he said he did not ask. The dad just called him and told him like that. So
you were known in his house?
Yes.
As what? His girlfriend?
As his girlfriend.
At 15?
So I was so sad. And I told him, okay, because Omosi and Eslawa. Okay, how about we go to some prophets? How about we go to some prophets and ask? And I was like, no problem. We went to like 3-4 different prophets and he said, truly, there is no way. And before those times, there is this one prophet. He's my dad's friend. He used to be my dad's friend, but they were no friends anymore at that time.
Okay.
If I go to his church, he will ask me to come inside his office. His office is inside the church. His office yẹn náà ni wọ́n ti bá mi sùn.
Your dad's friend?
Yes.
A prophet?
Yes. Yes. Inú ọ́fíìsì wọn yẹn.
At that age?
Yes. Náà ni wọ́n ti máa bá mi sùn. So, even when we were staying in the church, there's this one guy, Isaiah. He works with one company. He also sleeps in the church also. He used to sleep with me inside our church. Lòun náà ti máa ń bá mi sùn. Like, I sleep with guys randomly. They don't know. I just sleep with this, sleep with this, sleep with this. Then, things got worse when...
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Relax, okay? Don't worry. You're fine. You're going to be good.
When Kenny left, he didn't leave totally though, but still keep in touch. Even when he wanted to pay for my WAEC, he had
Kenny
to...
paid for your wife?
Yes.
Your mom is alive.
Even before the WAEC time, she used to tell me that mo dúró díẹ̀ níbi WAEC èmi ò ní sanwó.
Your mom used to say
Yes,
that.
and she
what
did not
about
pay.
your dad?
My dad? Let me say there was a time my mom said I stole her money, 15 naira. Wọ́n wá sọ fún mi lọ́jọ́ ìpín àwọn máa fi blade ya mí lára àwọn máa fata sí. And I know it is what she can do. And I wasn't the one that stole the money. Even till today, if I still talk about that, she used to believe that I was the one that stole the money, but I wasn't the one. Then that night, I ran to my dad's place. That was around after 10 in the night. By Emu said she went primary school. I was in primary 5. I was 9. Mo sá lọ sílé dádì mi. Mo débẹ̀. Mo kànlẹ̀kùn. Ìyàwó wọn rí mi. lágbájá kí ló wá ṣe? Mo ní mo fẹ́ rí daddy mi. Daddy mi kàn yọjú látojú window. Kí ló wá ṣe? Mo ní mo sá kúrò lọ́dọ̀ mummy mi. Wọ́n ní bí mo ṣe ń wò ẹ́ yẹn kó padà.
Ní past ten.
Yes, lálẹ́. Ìyàwó wọn ní ilẹ̀ ti ṣú. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n tiẹ̀ tẹ̀lé ọmọ ẹ̀ kí n tiẹ̀ mú dọ́dọ̀ ìyá. Wọ́n ní tó bá ti tẹ̀lé ìwọ náà kẹ́rù ẹ̀ kó lọ máa gbé bẹ́ẹ̀. So the reason why I cannot even think about going
To your dad's place.
because I know it won't work.
Okay.
Yeah. So as time goes on, I happen to be sleeping with different guys. Then
You were talking about Kenny leaving.
yes, he left,
So-
but he used to be
So
in
Kenny
touch.
left, he paid for your
WAEC,
wife.
yes. Wo aṣọ tí customer sọ fún ipe kó bóun ra aṣọ kó ràn òun ló fi san WAEC mi gbà yẹn 6,000 naira that the customer even have to arrest him and put him in cell.
Wow.
Yes, before his mom paid that money. Because of that money, they arrest him. Then I promised him that I'm not going to let his part to live my life. I'm not a twins. So I changed my second name to Kendi.
Oh, because of him?
Yes.
So you bear his name
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Wow.
As my second name. So when I left him, I met another guy. And the first time I had sex with that one, I got pregnant. I was 15. I was through with my wife already. Then when I got pregnant, there is this one area sister around our side that I spoke to her, and she was like, I'll tell your mom. When she told my mom was like, I'm always see long affair for more foko. Oshi kere. Come out anybody was so down. I told the guy that kó sọ fún mommy ẹ̀ kí wọ́n lọ. I insist ipe kí wọ́n lọ. Because I don't have choice. I don't want to abort pregnancy and torí I was scared mi ìfẹ́ nǹkan tó máa pa mí. But the guy went there with his mom and my mom said the same statement pé ara tó bá wù yín kẹ́ fi dá o, mi ò fọmọ fọ́kọ bí mo ṣe wà yìí o. And well, I started staying with the guy and the guy started beating me. Like he beat me every day. Every day. Ló máa fi ń nà mí. So ìgbà tí mo bímọ yẹn, the child died. Ọmọ yẹn kú. Yes. Ọmọ yẹn kú nígbà tí mo bí.
Immediately?
Yes, immediately. And the doctor said it is due to the beating. The child was affected. Actually, mi ò sọ fún mọ́mì mi pé even my mom did not know where I'm living that time. Throughout the time that I was there being pregnant, she did not come. Sometimes she just used to call. Maybe when I call her or go to her place because ìgbà yẹn ni wọ́n kọ́ ilé wọn lọ́wọ́. And that guy that I have pregnant for used to go there to help them in the house. Sometimes we go together. So she didn't even know where I'm staying. Even when I gave her, she did not even come there. Because ọmọ yẹn ti kú hospital already. She just departed from there. Then again, I got pregnant again for the guy. And due to the beating, I lost the pregnancy. One day he beat me and I fainted. There is one church beside our house. The man and the wife, they helped me. And they called my mom and his mom. And they told them that, oh no, me, blah, blah, blah. Like them, they don't know he was beating me. And the mom was blaming me that, why? Tofi so. Then the reason I cannot even speak to his mom is that the mom did not even like me. Because Ojo Mokonti, yeah, like, he's a mommy's boy. And the mom used to be the one to control him. Even that, when I gave birth that they asked me to go to her house. One wrong demon. So the doctor wanted me not to sit on hot water.
Okay.
But when I go to his mom's place, she will always talk that I want to call my bimo. I want not to be mori. Then she will force me. In fact, they will force me, push me, and hold me down. Lori omi gbóná yẹn. So
With the stitches?
yes, with the stitches. So it got loose. O2, and I have to go back to the hospital again. Imagine how hard the place will have been. They have to stitch it again, and it was It was a bad month for me. Like I couldn't even hold it. Both afternoon, morning, if I cannot sleep or sit down. Because ibẹ̀ yẹn ti hard. Ẹni tí mọ́mì ẹ̀ bá tún fẹ́ júra fún mi aṣọ inú ilẹ̀. Ilẹ̀ ilẹ̀ náà ti máa mú aṣọ kan fi inú ilẹ̀. Náà máa fi tẹ ikùn fún mi tán máa júra fún mi pé ọmọ mi ò tí ì ṣetán tóun fẹ́ fẹ́ yàwó. Ìwọ ló lọ gbóyún òṣì wá. Ìwọ ló wá ti oyún mọ́ lọ́rùn. Well, naturally I made the guy want to go though. To go láti pàdé. So I really don't know much about him kí n tó lóyún because it was when we met the first time we had sex that I was pregnant for him. So I was there and later we left and go back to the house. Then I got pregnant again. He beat me and the pregnancy got aborted and I had miscarriage and the pastor helped me and both mothers came and they explained to them that I do beat me. Then when my brother heard, my brother was angry. Wọ́n wá kó ẹrù mi. Àwọn àtàntí mi, wọ́n wá kó lọ sílé mọ́mì. But that shame, I don't want to go back to our place. So that time that I was with that guy, I used to work in a company, a soap company. So I had some money with me. Then I went to go and rent a house at 16. Mo lọ rent ilé. Wá kẹ́rù mi lọ síbẹ̀ because my sister also got pregnant when she was 18. And she stayed in my mom's place with a child and I don't want to be in that situation. So pé mo ti lọ lóyún, I came back. So mo ní láti lọ rent ilé. Bàtí mo lọ rent ilé yẹn, it was tough. Like, I don't know. There is something that used to push me, like, even if I see a guy, the guy did not meet me or ask me out. Once I like the person, I'll go and meet the person. I ask the person out by himself. And there is this thing in me, I don't know. There's no guy I talk to that will not be interested in me. Even if I did not talk to a guy, bí mi mọ̀ bóyá kí ni mo lórí ọkùnrin ni o àbí èpè ló ń tẹ̀lé mi. At least in a random day, like I'm just walking, I'll still see like 10 guys. Even people that will park and ask me out or something. I don't know how those things are happening.
They ask you out?
Yes.
Or they sleep with you?
They asked me out and within short of time and we will just come together and have sex. Yes.
And that was because you wanted it?
I don't know, maybe I want it or something was pushing me. But it wasn't a rape. It used to be sex.
Okay.
Because I was addicted already. And it gets to a point like I used to have sex with 6 different guys in a day.
6?
Yes.
At 16?
Like, it's not as if 6 some or 2 someone. Like different guys. Ma kúrò lọ́dọ̀ ilé, ma lọ sọ́dọ̀ ilé.
In one day?
Yes, in a day. It gets to that point. I have sex with different guys in a day and sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's all right. Just calm down. Okay?
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
So I started having this sex with different guys like that. Then
Do you get paid for doing that?
most of the time it's free. Yes. Most of the time it's free. Except they just give me one chicken chain like 500, 1,000, 2,000 quick but I feel one bottle. It is free most of the time. Then later I met one security. The security that used to be in our estate when I was staying with the guy that I had my first child for.
Okay.
Yes. So we talk and he's not a Yoruba. He's a Hausa guy. And we started, should I say we started dating? Yes, we started dating and we dated for like 2 years. Even while me and the guy was dating, I was still having sex with other people.
Hey.
Yes. I just have sex with people. Like I keep having sex with different people. Then I got hepatitis B. Yes. So The guy told me he would be giving me money for phone and all those things, and truly he was doing it. He was doing it. Was still yet. I still don't know how to stop having sex with other guys. Even though this guy too always have sex with me like almost every day.
So you still go out to do it with
So
other people?
yes.
Was he aware you had hepatitis B?
It wasn't.
Please go ahead.
So I got pregnant. I got pregnant for him and he accepted it. Then I spoke to my mom that time. I spoke to her that time that I was pregnant and but it's outside and she was like, Hausa tó máa ti níyàwó bíi márùn-ún mẹ́fà sílùú wọn. Ṣé òun ló fẹ́ fẹ́? Ìgbà kan àwo kan. Ìwọ ló mọ bó ṣe fẹ́ ṣe o. Ṣá má mú débi. Torí táyé bá bàjẹ́ tán kọ́ má sọ wípé èmi ni mo ba ayé ẹ̀ jẹ́. Mi ò lọ́wọ́ sí. Actually, the guy too used to beat me while we were dating. But nítorí owó tó máa ń fún mi, I couldn't stop or leave him. So I took him to my dad. But I don't want it to be like the first one. The first one, torí pé kò sí parents tó accept it. Bóyá nítorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe ń nà mí. Then I took that one to my dad. And my dad accepted him immediately. At the point I sat down and I was like, ṣé kò yẹ kí bàbá mi bá mi wí? I'm just 18 going to 19. And I brought him on home. And he wasn't talking. Then later I realized that he was trying to mend his mistakes. Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó máa tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn. So màá lè like wọn.
Accept him.
So he became friends with the guy and he liked him and they keep talking and all those things. But this guy, he doesn't allow me to use any Android phone. It's only small phone. He break my SIM and give me another one. He doesn't want me to talk to my mother or any of my family. I was staying in the compound in the flat that time. Ó máa tilẹ̀kùn. Ó máa mú key lọ. And he used to come home by weekend. Weekend, yẹn ló ṣe máa padà wá tó máa ṣí mi sílẹ̀. Yes. Yes. He will tell me there is nothing I'm looking for outside. With pregnancy.
You were pregnant at that time?
Yes.
Does he know you used to sleep with other men? Maybe that was why he was doing
He
that.
doesn't know.
So why was he doing that?
I don't know. But
Out of jealousy?
In his own voice, said when other guys see me, they will talk to me and I may want to go out with them.
Okay.
So later they wanted to renovate the house. Then we have to move to another place. So the other place we moved to, the wife of the landlord of that house, she had a son. And the son happens to be someone close to me. Then I used to talk to him. He used to be the one to comfort me. Then I was pregnant like 6 or 5 months. So once he led to another and we started having sex with the pregnancy. Yes. We started having sex. At least we have sex almost if not even every day because she shop so tó bá dé láti shop me is coming to my place or I go to his place.
What about the guy that your husband in quotes?
He doesn't come home every day. He only comes home by weekend. And even that weekend, if he comes home, I must collect like Mama Jegba. Unnecessary things will just beat me. So the other guy, I don't want to mention his name, happens to be the one comforting me and giving me peace of mind and all those things.
And he was sleeping with you?
With the pregnancy. It's not as if oyún yẹn ti yọ. It was like 5-6 months that time. He was sleeping with me with the pregnancy. And then I gave birth to another baby boy and we went home. My mom came to the house. Throughout the time that I was pregnant, she did not know where I'm staying. She doesn't know. But when I gave birth, she came to the house and she will come and go. She will come and go, come and go. Then when the beating did not stop, then I was like, téèyàn bá continue báyìí, èèyàn ò ní pẹ́ kú. So there is this guy that I used to have sex with. If he comes to Ibadan, he's staying in Lagos. He's a married guy. He has 2 kids, but his wife has left him. So I called him and talked to him that I want to come and be staying in Lagos. Can he help me to secure an accommodation for the meantime? So he said I can come. November 3rd, that year, 2019, I packed my load with my baby and I came to Lagos. Then the guy linked me to one girl that ohun tí bá gẹ̀ yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ mo lè máa gbé ní ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ kájọ máa share rent. So I started staying with her and I told her I need a job. I don't want to be sitting down. Ó wá sọ pé mọ́mí òun máa ń ta oúnjẹ. Pé ṣé mo lè lọ máa bá wọn ta oúnjẹ máa ṣe ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́kà. I was like, I don't care. In as much I will be feeding me and my child. So I went there and I started working there. The woman pays us every week. The first week. Then the second week something happened. Mo pọ́n ọmọ mi. Ó ti sùn. Ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ ọmọ kan tó láwo mọ́, kò kí ń fẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì gbé òun. Kò dẹ̀ tí máa jókòó. It was in his 5 months going to 6 months. So ìgbà tó ti sùn yẹn mo wá lọ tẹ́ sílẹ̀. Maybe like after 5 minutes tí mo tẹ́ sílẹ̀, ó kàn déédéé ké wá látọjú oorun. Bó ṣe ké wá látọjú oorun yẹn, mo wá lọ bá pé kí n tiẹ̀ pet ẹ̀ kó sùn padà. Then mo notice pé ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ti kán níbi bí. I thought it was a joke. I raised the hand again. Ó tún ké. I was like, no, anybody ò gbé ọmọ ẹ̀. Èmi fúnra mi ni mo pọ́n. Èmi fúnra mi ni mo tẹ́ sílẹ̀. And it's not even up to 10 minutes. I'm very sure. Then what happened? So I talked to the elder people that are sitting down there. Tán jẹun lọ́wọ́ pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi wo ọwọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀. Ó dàbí pé ó ti kán. Wọ́n wò pé ó ti kán kẹ̀. Máa kan wá rí wọn. Máa yẹn ni ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ti kán lóòótọ́ o. Wọ́n ní kí n jókòó. Wọ́n wá gbé òun rọ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ sí àwọn tó máa ń to ọwọ́. Wọ́n ní kí n má tẹ̀lé àwọn. Wọ́n ṣàgbọ́mọ yẹn padà wá, wọ́n ti bandage ọwọ́ ẹ̀. Àti wọ́n máa rìn jẹ́ ẹ́dẹ́ wọn ni irú kí ni gbogbo ilé pé kí n wá máa lọlé. Kí n má worry, kí n má ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ pé kí n wá máa lọlé. Wọ́n sanwó wíìkì yẹn fún mi. Àti mo máa délé lọ́jọ́ yẹn ní ọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn. Kó tó di pé máa délé, ọwọ́ yẹn ti wú. Ìgbà tó máa fi di alẹ́ mọ́ òru, ó ti wú sí tó ti bẹ́.
Ó bẹ́ báwo?
Yes, ó ti bẹ́ tó ti là báyìí tí omi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ti ń ṣe. Láti máa fi dìdájú, ó ti wá ń rùn.
Ọmọ 5 months.
Yes. Like that time it was like 2 days to 6 months old. Ọwọ́ yẹn ti wá bẹ́ tó ti ń rùn. Then that time I was like, mi lè kó pẹ̀lú irun kan báyìí mọ́. Ó dà pé lè ti ju agbára mi lọ. Then I called his father now. Hello, something happened to so. The first thing, mi tẹ̀tí sọ̀rọ̀ délẹ̀ tó ní, don't worry, I know what happened. Just bring my child for me. You know what happened? Do you even know what happened? Let me explain. It was like, is it not his hand that have problem? Bring my child for me now. Yes. I was shocked. At the same time, I was scared. Nígbà tí mo wá dé Ìbàdàn, mo gbé lọ sí hospital tá máa ń lò. Wọ́n reject ẹ̀. Wọ́n ló ti ju agbára wọn lọ. Mo gbé lọ sí health center, àwọn yẹn náà reject ẹ̀. Hospital kan náà wà ní Ìbàdàn, General Hospital Oni and Son. They are only specializing in children alone. Mo gbé débẹ̀ náà, àwọn náà reject ẹ̀.
Same day.
Yes. Ìgbà tí mo gbé débẹ̀ tán reject, mo rò pé nǹkan yìí ó ti ju nǹkan tí mò ń rò lọ. Tí Oni and Son fi lè reject ọmọdé. Then I have to call my mom and tell her that this is what happened so. And she was like, though what is all látàárọ̀, ó dá máa lọ sí UCH. As a nurse that she is, she works there before. So she has some connection. Then she said she's going to call some people when I get there. Then when I got to UCH, they started attending to my child immediately. And even before I went to the UCH, I went to see his father first, and ó gbé bike wá, ó ní kí n jókòó sórí bike. Ó wá pe ẹnìkan lórí phone, mo gbọ́ Hausa díẹ̀díẹ̀. They wá fa Hausa sọ fẹ́ nìyẹn wípé òun gbé mi bọ̀ ní báràkì nísìnyí pé tóun bá gbé mi débẹ̀ kán nà mí kú. Yes.
Pé kí ni?
Pé kán nà mí dákú. Pé òun ò kí ẹ̀kan pa mí tóun bá gbé mi débẹ̀ pé òun kàn fẹ́ gba ọmọ òun. Mo wá fò bọ́lẹ̀ lórí ọ̀kadà yẹn. Nígbà tí mo fò bọ́lẹ̀ lórí ọ̀kadà yẹn mo ṣẹ̀ wá gbọ́mọ yẹn lọ sí àwọn hospital yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n tí mo wá dé UCH yẹn.
O fò bọ́lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lórí ọ̀kadà tó yẹ pé mo ṣubú gan ni nígbà tí mo sì gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Ìgbà tí mo wá dé UCH yẹn tó wá attend sí wá ní girl kan tó jẹ́ doctor, very young girl, she just look at me and was like, ó fún mi nígbà tí bí ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì. I was looking at her that kí ni mo ṣe? She was like, kí ló dé tí nǹkan tí ń ṣe ọmọ láti bí 3 months tí mo ṣẹ̀ wá ń gbé wá nísìn. So I was telling her that this thing that happened is not even up to 48 hours. Nobody believed me because nígbà tí mo gbé débẹ̀ everybody ń fọwọ́ bomú. Ó ti ń rùn seriously tẹ́ pé mo ní láti faṣọ páàkì ọwọ́ yẹn torí ẹ̀já tó mí tó ń yọ níbẹ̀ nígbà tọwọ́ yẹn tó ti bẹ́.
Ọmọ kékeré.
Then they started attending to him and wọ́n fún ní drip. Later bàbá ẹ̀ pé mo ní mo wá UCH kó máa bọ̀ ó wá. Wọ́n request for blood. Mi ò lè drop blood mi torí hepatitis B, and then the father came, he dropped his blood and I went to the blood bank, they do some tests and all those things. Then I went to buy another blood. When I was coming back, mo wá rí ọmọ yẹn tó ń kọjá wájú mi. Ọmọ sí ètí máa rìn. Mo rí tó kọjá wájú mi. Mo wá ń pè kò wá dá mi lóhùn. So woman àgbàlagbà kan wá ń kọjá níwájú mi ó jẹ́ nurse. Mo ṣe wá ń pè tí mo wá ń bí pé where are you going? Woman yẹn kàn wò mí báyìí, wọ́n kàn mí rí pé ó mà ṣe o. Woman yẹn wá mú mi. Wọ́n wá fà mí padà sí wọ́ọ̀dù yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo wá dé wọ́ọ̀dù yẹn padà, ó ní matron kan tó wà níbẹ̀, ọ̀rẹ́ mọ́mì mi ló jẹ́. Wọ́n ṣe wá bá mi, wọ́n ṣe dì mọ́ mi nìyẹn pé wọ́n ń tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ lọ́wọ́. Mo kàn rẹ́rìn-ín, mo kàn sọ fún wọn pé mọ́mì ọmọ mi ti kú. Mo ní mọ́mì ọmọ mi ti kú, wọ́n kàn wò mí báyìí pé báwo ló ṣe mọ̀, mo lè má worry. Ó ti wá sọ fún mi fúnra rẹ̀. So ọmọ yẹn kú. Bọ̀ kó tó di pé ọmọ yẹn kú, bàbá ẹ̀ sọ fún mi wípé òun mọ ibi tọ́wọ́ yẹn ti lè heal, pé ká gbé lọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹnìkan pé wọ́n kàn máa fi nǹkan sí ni ọwọ́ yẹn máa heal. Mo ní ká lọ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, ó lè rárá òun ò lè forún rì pé kí n jẹ́ kó di 5 o'clock láàárọ̀. Ìgbà tó di 15 minutes to 5 láàárọ̀ yẹn òun lọmọ yẹn kú. So wọ́n gbé òkú ẹ̀, wọ́n mí padà wá, wọ́n wá wò. And immediately that thing happened, I didn't get myself again. Mo ya wèrè lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. I started walking and I was telling people tí n bá wá pàdé wọn, máa bi wọ́n pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé bá mi rí lágbájá, mi fẹ́ dárúkọ ẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé anybody tí n bá ti pàdé lọ́nà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé bá mi rí lágbájá. I trekked from UCH to Ìdíàhùn. Ìdíàhùn yẹn wà ní after Ẹlẹ́bú, Olúyọ̀lé extension, ibẹ̀ là ń gbé tẹ́lẹ̀. Mo wá lọ bá gbogbo èèyàn tí n bá anybody tí n bá ti pàdé báyìí, mo mọ̀ wọ́n rí, mi mọ̀ wọ́n rí. Tí n bá pàdé ẹni tó pọn ọmọ, màá bi wọ́n lé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé lágbájá lẹ pọ̀n báyìí. Kíní ẹ̀ ti jí mi lórí. So that day when I got to the house, I was there, I couldn't sleep. I just sat down and I was looking at our pictures and everything. Then the next day, my mom came to pick me. She came to pick me. She did not let me stay alone. But I'm not convenient with the way táwọn èèyàn ṣe ń béèrè pé ọmọ ńkọ́. Then I left back to Lagos the following week and start a new life. The new life is the worst. Because anytime I just sit down, everything that comes to my head is about sex. Yes.
After all that happened.
Yes. Everything that comes to my head is about sex. Like, I just want to have sex. Hausa o, Igbo o, Yoruba o, Ibini o, mi tiẹ̀ tí rí ìlú, even Òyìnbó. Mi ti rẹ̀ ẹni tí mi ti bá sùn rí. I've not seen it. I've never seen it. Then another thing that used to happen is tí n bá ní ọ̀rẹ́ tán bá ní bóyá boyfriend àbọ́kọ, àwọn boyfriend wọn yẹn àbọ́kọ ẹ̀ wọ́n tún máa ask me out. So ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí mo wá ń bá gbé nígbà yẹn ó ní ẹnìkan tó ń fẹ́. The man now asked me out. Even before he asked me out, there was a day he came to sleep in the house. Ó wá ń sọ story kan lóru ọjọ́ yẹn pé òun ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ méjì kan tóun máa ń bá sùn tọ́jọ́ máa ń ṣe threesome kíníkan gbà tó sọ story yẹn tán tóun àtọ̀rẹ́ mi wá padà bá wọn sùn èmi ò sùn wọ́n rò bí mo ti sùn. Ó wá ń sọ fọ́rẹ́ mi yẹn pé àbó máa jí lágbájá kí òun náà wá join wa. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ó wá ń jí mi wá ṣe bí pé mi dáhùn gbà tílẹ̀ wá mú mi wá sọ fún pé tó bá ní ọpọlọ ni wà mọ̀ pé bọ́bọ́ yóò love it because how in the hell do you think I will come and join you guys in sex? That was his when we have problem. Because the guy keep disturbing me. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn máa lọ bí iṣẹ́ èmi máa wà nílé. Ó máa wá bá mi nílé. A wá bá mi pé ká jọ jáde. Ọ̀kóhun tẹ̀ ní sex pẹ̀lú mi. I'll tell him that I'm not doing. Mi ò ṣe. Mi ò kí ń ṣe ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Then I don't know what he told that my friend. She just being cold to me and she told me that owó ilé ìtasàn tó bá ti dùn pé kí n máa lọ òun ò fẹ́ mi ní ilé yẹn mọ́. Then I happen to have another friend. Ìyẹn ó máa ń ṣe hook up. Then she introduced me to one guy like that. Then that guy, ọjọ́ tí mo lọ àtọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn with another guy, all of us in the room, we had foursome. Ilé máa bẹ́lẹ̀ sùn, àti kúrò lọ́dọ̀ ilé bẹ́lẹ̀ sùn. I think that was the first time I ever had two guys together at a time. That was the first and the last time. So we had foursome and that was when I started hook up. He introduced me to one guy. Ó ní blog, ó máa introduce àwọn, ó máa join àwọn èèyàn papọ̀ fún hook up ni. So ìgbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ hook up ni I'll go for people and collect money 10,000, 15,000. But I wasn't comfortable with it. So I started a work in one cement company like that. And the manager happens to ask me out. I said no. Ó rojọ́ mọ́ mi lẹ́sẹ̀. Wọ́n sack mi kúrò níbi iṣẹ́ yẹn. Then after that,
Why did you say no to the manager despite the fact that you do hook up and you sleep with?
Because
Different
I won't
men.
be convenient seeing him every day after fucking him. And I know he will always want to be asking for more. And he won't pay me.
Okay.
So that was why I said no. Because I want to be on the high side in that workplace. I don't want anybody to look down on me.
Okay.
Yes, so I said no to him. So later, I went home to Ibadan. And this thing used to happen. Timba Losile. The highest day I'm welcome in my own mother's house is 3 days. 3 days, yẹn gan pẹ́. Tó bá fi ń tó bí 2 days, almost be 3 days. By ìpè yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. As if there is something pushing her, or I don't know. Wọ́n kàn máa dé bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìpè ni. Ọmọ olórí burúkú ọmọ ẹ̀, ìwọ kíní kan ẹ̀. I don't want to be saying some words because we are online. Because àwọn èpè tó kí n bá kí. Then there was a day I beat our last born because ẹni tó ń remarry yẹn ó bímọ méjì fún. Last born yẹn wá ṣẹ́ mi, mo wá nà. Ó wá kí wá lọ bá wọn. Wọ́n ti ẹ̀ béèrè pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, wọ́n kàn sọ fún mi pé ṣòro bó easy láti bímọ, láti tọ́mọ ló bí tiẹ̀ tó kú. And I was like, ṣé mi ni mo pa wọ́n ni? Then I started thinking maybe she was the one that is killing those children. Because I don't understand. Why would my mother say such a thing to me? Like, did I think it's easy to have a child and I'm giving birth to my own and they are dying from my own mother? Then I asked her that, tó bá jẹ́ pé ará àta ló sọ irú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí sí mi lójú yín ńkọ́? She just looked at me and eased. She doesn't care. When I was 12, I remember one day asking my mom that, Mommy kí la máa jẹ lọ́sàn-án yìí? Then she said, tí n bá ti bọ́ yín láàárọ̀, ẹ̀yin náà ti tó bọ́ra yín lọ́sàn-án àtàlẹ́.
At age 12?
Yes. So there is this man in our church. Then I went to meet him at the Mufe John. Only lo buy and I was like, no, she said, talk about it, but at to bora wa losun atale. Then the man was like, kini ya yin mi? Ṣó fẹ́ jẹ́ kí n máa tara yín fọ́kùnrin ni? It was since that day that man used to touch me anyhow, like touch my breast, my body, and all those things. But since that day that I told him that thing.
So he gives you money?
Yes, it does. Like 50 naira, 100 naira. Then that time there is this man around our street that I used to talk to. Then I went to his place that day. Then the man was telling me that, ó dẹ̀ ṣe fine yìí, ó dẹ̀ lọ́rẹ́ mi kan tó wà ní US tó máa like ẹ o. Wọ́n like kó ṣọmọ kan tó bá wá sí Nigeria. Then I was like, ẹ pẹ́ níyẹn now, call the person now. Then he called the person. The person said he's busy, that he's going to call him back. Then me, when he left, I entered the kitchen. I stole the number from his phone. Mo stole number yẹn sí orí phone mi. Ìgbà tí mo dé kò padà. Mo wá pè ẹni yẹn. And I did it as if I wanted to call someone. Then I did mistake of a number. Then I told the person that I'm sorry, it's the wrong number. Then I saved his number that I will be talking to him later. So maybe it will be my sugar daddy or something. That was what I was thinking. But fortunately, or let me say fortunately, the man happens to employ me to his company, even without me having any results. So that company is where I'm still working to now for the past 4 years.
In Lagos?
Yes. So he happens to employ me to his company. He called and asked me where I'm working. I told him I'm not working for now. They sacked me, and he told me that's okay, no problem. Then because of the accommodation issue, that my friend that is doing hookup, I told her that check out gbale papọ̀. Do mi tí lówó báyìí. But ìyá mi náà tí n bá ti lówó yẹn máa dá share tọ̀dọ̀ mi fẹ́ padà. Wá nínú pé òun ní boyfriend kan tó ń gbé nílé bàbá ẹ̀. Tó ń gbé nílé bàbá ẹ̀ wípé òun máa bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé ká máa gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ papọ̀. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbé lọ́dọ̀ bọ̀bọ́ yẹn náà tún disturb me. That my friend, because she's doing hookup, she used to have, even apart from the hookup, only boyfriend bíi mẹ́rin tó ń date. Only boyfriend bíi mẹ́rin tó ń date. Then all of them, they know me. All of those 4 people that she's dating, gbogbo wọn náà ti asking me out. There was even one that would even tell me that he doesn't care how much I'm going to tell him. He just wants to have sex with me. And I was like, I don't know why any of my friends, any of their husband or their boyfriend used to ask me out. I don't understand. Then when I told her about it again, I told her about the one that we are staying with. She was like, òun mo lágbájá kò lè ṣe báyìí, á jẹ́ pé mi ni mo tira mi sí lọ́rùn. I was like, tó bá yẹ bí mo tira mi sí lọ́rùn, mi ò tún ní wá bá ẹ kí n tún sọ fún ẹ now. That was how she sent me out of the house. She sent me out of the house. Then I went to one of my mom's senior sister, one of my mom aunt's house. Ibẹ̀ yẹn jìnnà sí Èkó, Ogun State ni. Mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ gbé níbẹ̀. From there, I used to go to work every day. Bí tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, mi fẹ́ pé orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́. Tí n bá ní kí n ṣe ká is a general place. But tí n bá ní kí n ṣe ká ibi section wa, àwọn ọkùnrin tó ti bá mi sùn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lé ní 10. Even with an old man, the man is in his, at least that time, the one was over 65. Yes, but the man used to give me big money, like 100K, 50K when I need money. But in his 60s, like late 60s. So there is nobody I cannot sleep with.
Till now.
No. When I was staying in that place, even in the streets, I still slept with some guys. Then one day I was going home. It was late in the night. I was on the bike. The bike man was smelling seriously. And I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what's talking to me. I started touching his manhood.
From the bike?
Yes. Then the guy was telling me that, we go fall until we go fall down. Until we go fall down. I said, park. He parked and entered the bush and we did doggy. I don't know what used to push me.
Despite you knowing that he was smelling.
Yes. After we are done, we climbed the back and he dropped me. I got home. That day, I was like, what happened to me? I don't understand what is going on. I just wave it off like, oh, life no honey. Then later, I got pregnant again. Even before that time I was pregnant, those times I was having sex everywhere. I used to be pregnant too. Mama share you. So that last time that I was pregnant, I was like, mi fẹ́ ṣẹ́ oyún yìí. Mo ti bímọ méjì tó ti kú. As at then, mo ti ṣẹ́ oyún 8.
Jesus.
So I was like, mi fẹ́ ṣẹ́ oyún yìí bọ̀. Mi ò tí lágbára àti dá ọmọ tán.
You have done abortion 8 times.
As at
then. As at now, how many have you done?
Let me say 11.
11.
The
You have aborted.
The last one just happened recently, but I didn't know it was a miscarriage. I didn't even know that I was pregnant or anything. Yes.
You have aborted 11 times.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'll be 25 very soon. So that time I was pregnant, and there is this guy that Jomani says in the streets Omo Woni fine. Then I went to meet him that mo lóyìnbó mi fẹ́ lo oògùn pé ṣé nǹkan ìbílẹ̀ tí wà tí mo lè lò wà ní kí n lọ ra kinní kan àbèrè àbí something ṣá pé kí n jẹ. So mo lọ ra kinní yẹn mo jẹ oyún yẹn wálẹ̀, but it gives me serious problem that I have to bleed for like 5 weeks or more. So I thought my womb was spoiled. I went to one hospital in Ibadan and the doctor told me that we have to do some evacuation. We did it and the thing stopped. It stopped. Then the reason why I used to have sex with different men is that I think I was not loved at home. I don't have a fatherly love. I don't have a motherly love. So I used to look for love everywhere. So any guy what's up, believe we want any feminine. So I just give myself to them. So the highest relationship that I have lasted for 3 months. Relationships money to take
But the ones you were throwing yourself at them, so how do you explain that? So I think we should just say you don't even know how they happen.
I was looking for love. I wasn't loved at home. I don't know what it looks to be loved. I only know how to love people. Mi ò mọ̀ ìgbà téèyàn bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi ò mọ̀ àbí ìgbà tán bá fẹ́ lò mí. I don't know.
What about the hepatitis B? In the first place, how did you get to know you have hepatitis B?
That was when I had the second child pregnancy.
Okay.
That they did some tests and it showed out.
And you still have it since that time?
I still have it.
You have hepatitis B. And all these men that you sleep with, I know hepatitis B is contagious. You don't think they would have been infected by you?
Should I just say I don't care? Because I got infected by a man too. Or should I say I don't want to tell them?
You don't want to tell them?
So that they won't leave. Let me just say like 80% of guys I have sex with, I don't use protection. Yes. So if I should mention how many men have slept with me, like I should just cut out of it. But the ones I can still remember, I can still mention like 100 names of men that have slept with me.
100?
It's more than that, but let me just say the one I can remember.
You have slept with over 100 men?
Yes. Yes. So, before I used to put the blame on my mom. Before. But when I I grew up and I was like, the fault is from me. Should I say I don't know how to hold myself, or I don't know how to say no, or I don't know what is pushing me? Yeah.
Okay.
So it's got to, it keeps going on and on. Like when I was younger, I always want to be a lawyer or an actress. Then when I wasn't able to go to school, I feel like being an actress is the only option I have. Then I used to message so many actresses on Instagram, but
You said you were introduced to drugs, Igbo at the age of 14,
yes, ma'am.
thereabouts. Do you still smoke Igbo?
No, I stopped last year.
Just last year.
Yes,
Are you sure?
yes. I stopped. I stopped alcohol. I stopped smoking weed, cigarettes, shisha, anything. I stopped everything.
Okay. Are you on drugs for anything now?
Yes, I'm on drugs for this schizophrenia.
You're on drugs
Yes,
for
I
it
have drugs I take every day.
every day.
Yes,
Okay.
I've been taking that for 2 years now,
For 2 years.
and I'm still on it.
What about for hepatitis B?
Her head is incurable, so I'm not doing anything on it.
Some of the side effects of hepatitis B, body weakness, vomiting, liver problem also. I'm not very sure. Do you have any symptoms?
No, I don't. The only thing I know is that I used to have problem breathing
Breathing.
sometimes last year. So when I stopped all this smoking and drinking, it also stopped.
Okay. You were learning a craft at some point. What were you learning?
Hairdressing and tailoring.
Do you know about them now?
Yes, I know about both hairdressing and tailoring. I sew clothes.
Till now?
Yes, I do sew clothes.
You know how to make hair?
I know how to make hair.
Okay. What do you want people to learn from your story?
I just want some parents to know that being harsh to their children or putting fault on their children when they have problem with their partners will spoil their future. Yes. So when it like 2 years ago, I poisoned myself. Like something before that time, if I'm walking, I used to talk alone. Like mama sọ̀rọ̀ mama pariwo tí ẹni tó ń kọjá mama gbọ́. Tí mo bá ti wá notice pé àwọn èèyàn ti ń wò mí, màá wá mú airpod màá fi sétí kó dàbí pé mò ń call.
I'm call.
Kíní yẹn ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé even in my office wọ́n ti notice, wọ́n ti dá sí mi lára, wọ́n máa dá sọ̀rọ̀, ó ti wọ̀ mí lára gan. But mo máa ń feel pé èèyàn wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi tó ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀, that something is talking to me, then we will be having a conversation. Then that thing told me someday to go and buy sniper, then I drank it. Then immediately I drank it, I started feeling uncomfortable. I came back to my senses.
So what now happened?
I booked a ride and the ride took me to the hospital and I was treated. And the doctor that I met that time, she transferred me to General Hospital to go and start seeing a psychiatrist.
So are you seeing a psychiatrist now?
Still now I'm still saying it's been 2 years now. So when I see the psychiatrist, he told me that I was having schizophrenia. Yes,
What?
schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah,
That's
a mental problem.
so you have now.
Yes. So I read about it and I saw a lot of things that all those things I've been doing is the schizophrenia. When you have it, you have sex uncontrollably, you talk to people anyhow, you be rude. Yes, I used to be very rude.
Do you think that was why your mom was always aggressive towards you?
I can't say. I don't know. Because those times I was not having this thing.
Okay.
All these things started happening to me when I was 14 or 15. Sleeping around with guys.
Guys.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other thing you want people to learn from your story?
Yes. Yes.
What is it?
I want people to know that it is not all mothers that are mothers.
Okay. Um, Kenny, like you said, it's one of your names now. I want you to know that you are not alone. Okay? You are going to be fine.
I'm going to be fine.
Yes. I know one of the reasons you came out to talk about this is because you you wanted help, right? Am I right?
I'm not even talking about two actors that have once slept with me. All in the name of I wanted to be this and that.
Okay. Don't worry. A lot of people have slept with you, right? But what do you want?
I want a better life
Why did you come on the show?
because I need help.
That's what I'm saying. So you are here because you need help.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, don't worry. Help will come. I just want you to open your heart, forgive your parents for whatever thing. I know that sounds very difficult. But the thing is,
Forgive.
that's where the healing is going to come from.
Forgive yourself.
Yes.
God will forgive all of us.
Amen. But you have to let them go. You have to let them go. You have to let out all those things from your heart. You really, really have to let Christ come into your life. Thank God you're a Christian. You really have to genuinely. So I just want you to just open your heart. Let him come into your heart. Accept him genuinely. And you're going to be fine.
But Ma, do you know there are some people that God has forgotten that He created them?
No.
And I'm one of them.
No, God doesn't forget
He
anybody.
has.
No,
Because He had never answered any prayer.
God does.
And I saw Him answering other people's prayers. But He doesn't.
He's going to answer
If I
you.
go to a pastor for a counseling or something, they rather want to sleep with me.
Yes, I know you've been let down. I know you've been hurt. Yes, people have hurt you. Church has hurt you. Religion has hurt you. But God doesn't hate you. God loves you. I know you're hurting so bad. I can see it. But I just want you to know that regardless, God loves you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. I just want you to open your heart. First of all, we are going to introduce you to a therapist that I know you're seeing a psychologist already. We're still going to introduce you to another. We're going to try to introduce you to a spiritual mentor who will mentor you, who will help you, and then we see every other aspect that you can help as well. We're not just going to let you go like that, but I'm telling you that the healing, the help have to come from you. You have to open your heart. If you do not open your heart, you feel that everybody wants to do the same with you. But don't worry, along this line, everybody that is going to help you more, as in physical help, maybe talk to you, be of assistance, they are going to be more of women so that you can trust them more. Do you understand? But please, I just need you to open your heart and see life differently. If you don't see, do you want everything that I want to do, you want it to be in vain? No. See, even though you have felt forsaken, even though you have felt hurt, I tell you that you have a family in Talk to Be. I'm speaking on their behalf. After a while, after a week, if you don't feel loved from this show, send me a message. And if you feel loved, do a video of you and send it back to me, and I'm going to post it. Okay? Don't worry. We are not going to let you go. We are not going. We have a lot of people with stories. We don't just take people's stories. We take stories that are genuine, that needs help, and then we tell you that we are going to help. Okay? Kenny, please, I want you to relax. I know you're hurting so bad.
No, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you, and nobody's going to judge you. That's a promise, okay? On this show, we don't judge anybody. We only speak the truth and we help. And I tell you, we're going to come for your help. God is going to come for your help. Talk to be is going to rise to do something about this. Don't worry, it's just an addiction. It came and it will go. You are not your addiction. You are not your problem. Okay? You are not your problem. You are not what you are going through. Right? You're going to get help physically, medically, spiritually. You're going to get help. But I just need you to know that you are going to get help. I need you to know that things will change. Do you believe? If you don't believe, there is nothing I can do. Do you believe? Do you believe that you become a better person? Do you believe that God can rise for you? Do you believe that God can rewrite your story? If you believe all that, I'm telling you today that things are going to get better. Okay? Let the hurt go. Let the hatred in your heart, let it go. And let God be God in your life. Allow him. Leave the wheel. Leave it. Let him take the wheel. Just sit at the back. Relax and enjoy the ride of God. Let him ride you. Okay? You're going to be fine. I know you have doubts in your heart, but at the same time, don't trust me. I'm just human. I don't even have strength. I can't deal with everybody's story, but God can. Say after me that God can. Say it. God can. And He will. Do you understand? God will. Alright? Don't worry. We're going to follow up on your case.
We're not going to let you go like that. All right? So this is a small gift from us to you to say thank you for coming on the show. I promise you that you are not alone and you have a family with us. You're going to see what I'm talking about with time. You won't know it now, but you will see it with time. Okay? Please just take care of yourself for us. Be happy for us. You are loved. You are not judged. You are not your past. Okay? You are not what you have gone through. You are not what the devil has done. But I tell you that God loves you even more than the devil hates you. Regardless of what has happened, you have a better future ahead of you. And that future is waiting for you. There's light. There's light. Darkness has disappeared. For you to come out to say this to us, I'm telling you, your story is changing for good. All right? Okay? All right, guys. This is another story of a failed mother, failed parenting. Most of the issues actually, the Bible says, if the foundation is being destroyed, what can the righteous do? Some of these people is not their fault. the foundation has been faulty. Can you imagine at that age? See all the things that happened between age of 14 to 16 to like 19. Can you imagine? I'm sure mothers are out there are wondering, what kind of parents are these? Ejo, let's heal the world together. Let it start from us. And then our kan náà la máa bọ́ síta la máa sọ pé ìjọba ṣe lè, this government is not good. That gone. What about you as a parent? What about you as a mother? What about you as a father? What about you as a brother, as a sister? What are you doing? Because we see people that are vulnerable, we molest them, we abuse them, we torture them, and we just let them go like that. And then it's still coming back to the society, and we complained about not having a better society. I pray that God will help us. I'm sure you have been able to pick one thing or two. I am really hurting from inside of me. I am trying my best not to cry. I am trying my best not to break down, but I'm hurting so bad inside of me. I'm really, really hurting. I'm angry in my spirit because of the things that I hear every time. She's even battling with hepatitis B. It is well. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Please, in whatever thing you're doing, put God first, be determined, and stay focused. I love you till I come your way. Same time next week on this same channel. God bless you all.
Talk to be, share your experience.